So student, in the previous classes we have discussed about the ecosystem, and we have discussed about how in an ecosystem each and every organism depend upon each other and the interdependence relationship between the different organisms in a ecosystem. Today we are going to discuss about the effect of physical environment on organisms or living organisms. Listen, physical environment is one of the most important part of the human life or every living organism. How? Because we all depend upon the physical environment. Any changes in the physical environment, for example the climate change or changes in the weather or changes in any type of living organism, may cause a lot of disturbances in the ecosystem. Student, those organisms can survive with the change in the environment. They can only they can only present on the earth surface. Those who cannot survive, those who cannot tolerate within the changes, because as we know that the level of tolerance of each and every organism is different. Those who can tolerate the changes in the environment, they can last long or they can exist, but those who cannot tolerate the changes in the environment, whether the climatic change, whether the environmental or any type of changes, they will extinct. There are many species on the earth surface who being extinct because of these things. Not only that, due to the physical changes like flood, drought, landslides, earthquake, these things have also a great impact on human life. Not only human life, but also the life of different living organisms, plant, animals, and many others. So student, not only that, the physical environment also provide us various kind of resources. We are enriched with various kind of resources just because of the physical environment. We have coal, petrol, fossil fuels, we have different type of ores, iron ore, all these things because of the physical environment. So student, physical environment is very important. Changes in the climate, changes in the any type of environment, these can have a greater impact on human being. So next we are going to discuss about human environment. As we know that human being is the most intelligent, so we are going to discuss about human environment. So human being is the most intelligent creature on the earth surface, and human being has that much knowledge, skill and intelligence that human can change the natural environment or convert the natural environment into man-made environment, by his knowledge and skill. Human being develop many technology, develop many new ideas and inventions, have many inventions. These responsible for converting the environment. So somehow we can say that human being has the ability to convert the natural environment into man-made environment. The man-made environment include the man-made things like the social environment, the cultural environment, the economical environment, and the settlement, all infrastructures, all these includes in the man-made environment. As we know that human environment also include the socio-cultural environment, because as we know that, so next is the socio-cultural environment. So next is the socio-cultural environment. So socio-cultural environment means, as human being is a social animal, so human being always lives in society and always follow the norms and condition of the society, as this is known as the culture. So we all human beings are follow some culture and we are living within a society. That is called our social and cultural environment. The physical environment has also a greater impact on the social and cultural life of human being. For example, those people who lives in the coastal area, they eat rice, whereas those people who lives in the northern plain region of our country, they ate wheat because of due to the climatic condition in these places. They grow different type of crop, and according to the crop, this is their staple food. So culture of a particular place is highly affected by the environment, and the culture, the environment has a greater role in that. Student, next we are going to discuss about the human activities and the environmental pollution, and what are the steps we can take to control the pollution. So next we are going to discuss about environmental pollution. So what is environmental pollution? As we know that human being has the power to convert the natural environment to human environment, but in the process of converting the natural environment into human environment, most of the time due to the greed of human being and due to the excessive exploitation of natural resources and natural environment, sometimes it causes pollution or sometimes it causes environmental degradation. So it is very essential for the human being to thought about this. Not only that, due to expansion, due to increase in population, due to expansion of industry, deforestation occurs, many non-biodegradable materials are being used by human being, many time over exploitation of resources or overuse of resources, improper management of resources, and many more things. Okay, overutilizations of the fossil fuel, industries, the waste from the household, the waste from the industries, and the waste from the agriculture field also can cause the environmental pollution, and these are very hazardous for the human being only, because these cause various kind of problem. As we know that due to environmental problem, global warming is a greater problem in the recent period, because due to increase the level of carbon dioxide and increase the level of carbon monoxide, the environment get polluted, as well as due to excessive use of CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, the environment being polluted, and due to that what happened, the ozone layer get deflected and the global warming caused. So many other problems are caused due to the global warming also, and many other problems are occurs due to the human activities. Not only that, we are next going to discuss about how to control the how to control the pollution. So let's discuss about how to control the pollution or environmental degradation. Human being can control the pollution by taking different type of measures. Some of the measures are: first, we have to use a proper planning before using the natural resources and the resources from the physical environment. Okay, we need sustainable development of the resources. We have to use proper planning and strategy. Not only that, we have to also use better technology to avoid the wastage. Not only that, we have to use some alternative source of energy. We have to do afforestation. We have to use biodegradable things and avoid non-biodegradable things. Non-biodegradable things like polythene, we can avoid it. Many other chemicals, use of chemicals should be reduced. Not only that, we have to minimize the use of chemicals, minimize the use of those things which are very much hazardous for our environment. And these environmental pollution can be only controlled by the help of awareness of the people. If the people will not get aware about the pollution, about the environmental degradation, then we cannot do anything. So we have to aware the people. We have to aware the people about the demerits of the environmental degradation, so that people will get sufficient knowledge about how to control the environmental pollution, and we will able to achieve a better environment for our surrounding. Otherwise it is very difficult in the future generation for the human being to survive, because if we'll use the resources recklessly, one day will come our future generation will not able to get any benefit from the resources. So this is all about this chapter, student, and this chapter completed. Next we will discuss about the restless earth and the rocks and minerals. Thank you.